Hi cats! This time we're going to talk about how the past affects the present and negative core beliefs. So we have explored and discussed how different sorts of experiences, so experiences during our formative years as we were growing up, as well as current or recent experiences, can influence and shape how we view and feel about ourselves. So often these experiences have occurred earlier in our lives. So if these experiences happened a long time ago, why is it that we still see ourselves in a negative light today? After all, haven't we had adult experiences that are quite different from the ones we had as children? Or in the case of, I'm assuming I'm talking to people of all ages, so if you're still very young, then take that into account. Yet we might still hear in our minds what our parents or other people had said to us years and years ago. We might hear ourselves saying things like, "This is not good enough," "You could have done better," and "You are so stupid," or similar insults. So why we continue to experience low self-esteem today, even when our current circumstances are different from those of our past, is a result of what we call negative core beliefs. And those are the conclusions about ourselves that we have arrived at when we were children or adolescents, likely as a result of the negative experiences we have had. For example, a child who is constantly punished and criticized may come to believe, "I am worthless," or "I am bad." These thoughts are what we call negative core beliefs. So to a child or young person, these beliefs seem to make sense during those experiences because they are probably unable to explore other explanations for what is happening to them. These negative core beliefs are thoughts that are usually deep-seated, firmly held, so that means nothing's going to sway them or sway the person or change the person's mind, and strongly ingrained. They are evaluations of ourselves and our worth or value as a person, and these beliefs say, "This is the kind of person I am." So here are some other examples of negative core beliefs. "I am stupid," "I'm not good enough," "I'm not important," "I'm unlovable," "I'm fat and ugly." I have a problem with this because I really don't like it when people put the words fat and ugly together in the same phrase, because it sends the message that if you're fat, you're automatically ugly. So, "I'm unacceptable," "I'm good for nothing," "I am evil." So those are, I've heard a lot of people refer to themselves in these terms. So protecting ourselves, rules and assumptions. When we strongly believe these negative statements about ourselves, it is not surprising that we feel very bad about ourselves and experience strong negative emotions. While we were experiencing negative situations and coming to these negative conclusions about ourselves, the human survival instinct was also in operation. So to ensure our survival and keep on functioning, we begin to develop assumptions, rules, and guidelines for how we live our lives that help protect our self-esteem. They aim to guard and defend us from the truth of our negative core beliefs. Okay, so for our survival, the assumptions, rules, and guidelines for how we live our lives that protect our self-esteem, the aim is to guard us and to defend us from the truth of our negative core beliefs. Now we know that that's not synonymous with the truth of who we are, which is why we're working on negative core beliefs. Okay, so see you next time.